Hello everyone and welcome back to final round coverage here at Iron Hill, host of the 2019 Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. Sit back, buckle up, because Sunday was a wild ride. Tied for the lead entering the final round, Ricky Wysocki would look to put his footprint on this wooded monster. Not quite able to get the jumper to land, would cede a stroke to Eagle McMahon on the second hole, but that would be all Ricky was willing to give. Here he is on hole 3, starting the run of his tournament. Pro Pig to about 9 feet to the right, taps in the birdie 3. Hole 4, long roller puts him out of position, but no problem. The overhand shot into the circle's edge putt, 2 in a row. Hole 5, 3 in a row. Hole 6, 4 in a row. Hole 7, 6 in a row.
I was just, I was powering through the fairways. I think you got to attack, be aggressive on these gap shots. As soon as you're timid, that's when you get punished. So I was just really powering through the gaps, and I really was hitting a lot of my lines, and I was really getting way down there for easy birdie looks. And that was the key to success on the front nine.
5 under through the last 5 holes. Ricky would have something to prove, stepping up to the tee box on hole 8. Absolutely crushes the drive, putting himself in perfect position for that sidearm approach. Ricky puts himself to about 16 feet. Easy peasy on the eagle.
I blasted my destroyer pretty much as hard as I could, and I put myself in literally the perfect spot. And I had my patented Pro Pig upshot, so I threw it to like 10-15 feet short and hit the putt. So that's a brutal hole. I mean, there's a lot of strokes to be gained on that hole. I mean, I 3'd it. I'm sure there's 4, 5s, and 6s out there. So that was a big turning point in the round for me.
Meanwhile, the rest of the lead card wasn't having bad rounds, but just not quite enough to keep up with the surging Wysocki. Eagle missing his bid on hole 6, Joel missing his on 4. Now, Vino not quite making the corner on that tough hole 6 as well. Though, on chase card, this man, Matt Bell, would be having himself a front 9. Hole 1, 450 feet, very tough birdie. Matt says no problem, gets it with the long turnover and a good putt. Bell would finish 4 under par on the front 9, trailing Ricky by 6 with 9 holes to go. After that spectacular front 9, things did take a turn for the worse here on the back, going off the mark on 10 and off the mark again on 11. Ricky, though, able to salvage a par on both those. It wasn't until hole 12 until the damage really started to pile up. Ricky taking the unfortunate bogey here on hole 12, looking to get back on track on 13. Early release, though, and he would have work to do to settle with his 2nd consecutive bogey.
And that just started taking a toll on me. I really was trying to fight it, but sometimes that's hard when you're going on the bogey train, especially out here at Iron Hill. And you get some bad kicks, and it's really tough to recover.
Looking to get back on a horse after a few tough holes here on 425-foot par 3, hole 14. Ricky pures the line, dropping in that 18-footer, salvaging those last 2 bogeys, but here we are cutting to hole 16. After a par on 15, Ricky kicks the tree. 2nd shot, putting himself into a pretty salvageable position, but again, overcooks the sidearm. He's gonna take a bogey again. Now on to 17, and this is where things are just completely falling apart. As Ricky keeps bogeying, everyone's checking their U-disc, and this man, Matt Bell, is the last man standing, knocking in that good one on 14. Here on 15 for the par save, keeping himself in the mix. Matt would be crushing putts all day long, again on 16 for the birdie. Now on to 17, one of the most nerve-wracking shots on the course. Matt does pull that tee shot a little bit right, but the disc golf gods are in his favor. He slides back into the fairway, opting for the roller on the 2nd shot. We've yet to see that played, but it works out wonderfully. Matt then takes his next shot up onto the hill, is gonna have that pretty much drop in 4, putting the pressure on Wysocki. Now on to 18, absolutely puring this tee shot. He shows no fear. We're gonna leave you there and try to keep it as real time as possible, because while that was happening, Ricky was hacking his way up 17. Out of position on the tee shot, it's gonna take him 2 strokes to get back into the fairway. Now, doesn't quite get over on the drive, kicks into the bushes even worse. He needs to get up and down for a 6. Sidearm to about 45 feet. He needs this to be within 1 stroke of Matt Bell now. Ricky 16 under par, Matt Bell sitting on the fairway at 16 as well. Matt goes straight at it with the putter, leaves himself about 30 feet to the left side.
This season I've been really adamant about just applying myself to the situation and not thinking about whether I need to make it or not, but just apply my routine and myself to the putt, and then that's all I can do really, and the end result is out of my hands at that point.
The end result is out of his hands, but a national tour title is within his grasp. Matt knocks down the putt, moves to 17 under par, 1 stroke ahead of Ricky. Now, after leading the entire day, Ricky needs to birdie to force a playoff. Oh no, still lack of command. Ricky is suffering. Now, needing a miraculous shot to force the playoff, does get that. Sidearm to roller to about 60 feet from the bush. Off the band. Crowd wanted it. Ricky just didn't quite have enough.
Feels different than any of my other wins for sure. It's a good feeling.
And just like that, the clank of a band means Matt Bell is crowned your 2019 Delaware Disc Golf Challenge champion. A first-time national tour victory for Matt is going to be followed up by Ricky Wysocki in that second spot. Joel Freeman, big shouts to another solid round, putting himself in 3rd place. James Conrad playing himself off that 3rd card. Thank you so much to all of you who have followed all week long, and I cannot wait to get back at it at the United States Women's Disc Golf Championships.